I can't help it if Speaker Pelosi has decided to go home, which prevents us from offering amendments to make this bill better. We all support extension of the PPP program, but this is not right. And it would be a lot more intellectually honest if my colleague said, who opposed my amendment, said, look, we just don't think that if you rioted, you should be punished with respect to the PPP program, because that's what a no vote is saying. Without order, there can be no justice. We all know that. Without order, there can be no justice. This past year, we have seen felony rioting throughout the United States. It doesn't matter whether that felony rioting happened here at the Capitol. It doesn't matter whether it happened in Portland or Chicago or Atlanta or at any of our other wonderful communities throughout the United States. It is wrong, and we have all condemned it. And it should be punished, and it certainly shouldn't be rewarded. My amendment is very simple. It says that if you were one of those rioters and you have received due process, you have been convicted by a court of law of competent jurisdiction, and you have been adjudged to have committed a felony with respect to the riot or civil disorder in the past 2 years, that you cannot participate in the PPP program. We already have that law at the SBA for disaster loans. This would extend it to the PPP program. What you allow is what will continue. What you allow is what will continue. And that's why I would respectfully ask consideration of my amendment, Madam President.
Madam President.
The senator from Maryland.
I rise in opposition to the Kennedy amendment. Let me be clear. Any amendment that's put on this clean extension will mean that the program will terminate in less than 1 week. And hundreds of thousands of small businesses will not be able to get their PPP loans. These are newly eligible. We changed the calculations on how much you can apply for. Those who have difficulty finding a financial institution to write the forgivable loan, those in hard-to-serve communities, all are going to be denied. And SBA has indicated there are hundreds of thousands of eligible applicants that have not been able to get in by the due date. Now, in regards to the Kennedy amendment, the SBA COVID-19 relief is for existing businesses and current business owners with proven reentry track records. Anyone who has rebuilt their life after being incarcerated should be celebrated and supported. There's no reason why a business owned by someone with an unrelated criminal record should be treated any differently. I would urge my colleagues, for the sake of getting this bill to the President and signed so we can help our small businesses, to reject the Kennedy Amendment.
Madam President.
The senator from Louisiana.
How much time do I have left?
No time remaining.
Could I ask for consent for another 30 seconds?
Without objection.
Madam President, this is the third time I brought this amendment. The third time. Now, you either approve of the rioting that happened this summer and at the Capitol, or you don't. The riots this summer killed 47 people, well over $1 billion worth of damage. Number two, I can't help it if Speaker Pelosi has decided to go home, which prevents us from offering amendments to make this bill better. We all support extension of the PPP program, but this is not right. And it would be a lot more intellectually honest if my colleague said, who opposed my amendment, said, look, we just don't think that if you rioted, you should be punished with respect to the PPP program, because that's what a no vote is saying.
Fired.
Madam President, I ask unanimous consent for 30 seconds to respond.
Without objection.
The gentleman's amendment goes well beyond that. The gentleman's amendment goes back 2 years. It could be a civil disturbance on a college campus if someone now has an existing business totally unrelated to any economic crime. It is just something that should not be in this law, and I urge my colleagues to reject it.
Madam President,
The senator from Louisiana.
I'd like to ask my colleague for 30 more seconds.
Is there objection? Without
Madam President, I
objection.
just want to read the language to you. It says that you're prohibited from getting a PPP loan if you've been convicted of a felony in relation to a riot or a civil disorder in the past 2 years. You either support violence or you don't.